Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, we're Runaway Parents. Today I got something a little different for y'all to see here. I was a little apprehensive about doing it, number one, because it's not your typical bike that we review on the channel. You know, the off-road, overland, off-grid type things we do. Fat tire, big, bulky bikes is typically what we stick with, but after talking to the wife, and Blix reached out to us with the Soul X. It's called the Blix Soul X. It's more of your cruiser style bike now. It's got the swept back handlebars, the big fat seat, skinny tires. It's not an off-road bike, no suspension, all rigid. So what kind of brought us to this is, you know, we have a lot of viewers that are of the older age, or even younger people would enjoy this too, that don't typically go off-road, but they do like watching our camping videos and our overland off-grid stuff we do. This is kind of where that bike would fit for somebody that is not comfortable riding on rough terrain, or that just wants a cruiser bike, something lightweight, number one. I think this bike comes in at a total of like 62 pounds, super light. You don't have the front suspension, the rear suspension, the fat tires, all the heavy stuff, the huge battery that I typically look for in e-bikes, you know, range, which you do still get good range on this bike. And we'll get into that in a minute, and I'll show you some of the features on it. So that was kind of where I came at on going ahead and bringing this bike to the channel. I'd like to give people some other options. So we've done some testing on it, some riding, and it's a decent bike. It's a good bike. It's a good bike. I'm a little biased because it's not totally my style, but my style ain't everybody's style. So this is an offering from a really quality bike that I want to be able to give my viewers. So I want to introduce it to you, show you it. Maybe it's something you like, maybe you don't. But here it is. Let me introduce you to the Blix Soul X. All right, so on this bike, we're going to start right here at the cockpit area. This is what makes this bike completely unique from any other bike we've ever looked at. This is a model of bike where they say they have $5,000 of technology in a sub $2,000 bike, which I'm going to show you to you, and it's actually quite impressive. So looking over here at the control panel, right underneath, you're going to press that button, and that's going to turn on your screen. So very nice screen. The screen's a little small for my liking, but nonetheless, it's a screen and it gives you a lot of information. And now over here, you're going to have a toggle. It's an up, plus, and minus. You see that right there in that corner? Auto mode. This bike will shift automatically. Some AI technology, they say. But when you're in auto mode and you hold the plus button down, it lights up with that A with the circle on it. And that is going to be your automatic shifting. It will sense the pressure you're putting on the pedals and do all the shifting for you. You do not have to do anything, which is very unique and I think pretty cool. But you can go to auto mode. When you hit your plus minus button, it'll take you back to your regular gear shifting. You can do it yourself manually. Then you press your under button again. You got eco mode, which I think is very cool about it. It gives you your range in miles right here, your battery percentage, your trip, and it gives you the total mileage on it. But we'll touch it again. It'll bring you to tour mode. And you see, the higher up in mode you go, the less range you're going to have, because it's going to require more power for these more powerful modes. Turbo mode. At 78% battery, it says 37 miles of range. Turbo is going to be your top mode on it. And then off, you can just use it as a regular bicycle. So that is your control panel right there for that. You got Blix hydraulic brakes on it, Blix branded hydraulic brakes. And looking over here at your right side of your handlebars, you're going to have your left blinker and your right blinker. You go right in the middle. Decent sounding horn, actually pretty loud horn. And for the front, you're going to have your high beams and your low beam switch on it, and right in the middle for off. And you're going to have a half twist throttle with pretty ergonomic, really nice feeling, lockable with palm rests, your grips on it. I really do like the grips on it. Looking over here at the neck, you're going to have an adjustable neck on it. Working our way back toward the seat, you're going to have a really nice cushion, wide saddle on it. Very, very comfortable, I'm not going to lie. This is Really, really a comfortable seat on this bike. And just like most of your bikes, you got an adjustable seat post on it. Going on further to the back, now you're gonna have a MIK branded rear rack on this bike. So this bike has the optional rear basket that you can attach to the rack. But if you look up MIK, there is a multitude of different attachments that you can add to the rack system on this bike. And I believe the payload on this bike was 400 pounds, and you're like 65 pounds, I think, on the rear rack. And as I stated before, the front, you're gonna have just straight forks, no suspension. Now it's gonna come with 180 millimeter rotors on the front of it. And again, your Blix hydraulic brakes on the front, Blix branded. And now this is a torque sensor. Right there is your sensor for your torque sensor. And really nice crank set on it. Aluminum, 3-piece. You're actually gonna get metal pedals on this bike. All aluminum frame. On the rear, you're gonna have 180 millimeter rotors as well, with Blix hydraulic brakes on it as well. All right, here looking at the tire, it's gonna be a 26 by 2.4 tire. Wouldn't quite call it an all-terrain, it's more of your road tire. All right, and looking at the front right here, you're gonna have a Blix badge. You can take these 3 screws out, and then they have an optional basket you'll be able to attach to the front of it as well. And you're gonna have plastic fenders on the front. And moving over here, this is kind of the star of the show with this bike. It's a micro shift derailleur on it. That's what's it's motorized. It will do all the shifting for you. All right, and looking at your battery, you're gonna have a 48 volt, 12.8 amp hour lithium battery. You can either charge it on the bike or off the bike. Right over here on the battery is your key switch right here. You can lock it and take your key out, and that's gonna lock the battery in where nobody can take it out. Or you unlock it and you can pull the battery right out of the bike. And you're also gonna have your level switches right here for your battery, indicating where the level of your battery is at when it's off the bike. All right, there's your left blinker. Now we're gonna do the right blinker and your brake light. Really nice bright brake light on it. Really do like it. Now that is integrated very nice into the rack, as you can see. Now, as we spoke about before, you're gonna have your high beam and your low beam on the front headlights. All right, guys, so that's some quick specs about the bike. So come on, let's hop on it. We'll take it for a ride. I'll show you some things about it, and you can decide, is this the bike for you or is it not? Let's go. All right, so real quick, I wanna show you the app on this bike. What you're gonna do, you're gonna go to your app store, you're gonna download Blix Connect. We'll open that up. And it's very, very responsive. When it locates the bike, you connect to it. Now, you're gonna have, I've got some firmware that needs to update on it. You do over-the-air firmware updates. We'll let this continue this process, and we'll just skip the firmware for now. It does say that you're gonna have about 15 minutes of firmware updates if you have not done any, which I haven't really done any. So what we'll do, we'll click that and we'll do it later. And now we're into it shows the 77% the battery's at, the range of the bike. Really nice app. I mean, not gonna lie. Very nice app. You can click that, gives you all your auto, eco, tour, turbo are off. Your bike info, tells you everything about the bike, the serial number. Going back, this is where you change it from class 2 or class 3. The walk assist speed you can change. E-shift, whole bunch of information right there. You go to manual shift or auto shift beta. We'll confirm that. It changes it. Target power, 350 watts. Big, I mean, you can go through, I mean, it's quite extensive, everything that you can change on the app. The cadence sensor, the RPM for the cadence. Oh, it's a torque sensor, but cadence meaning how many rotations per minute you're pedaling. The gear shift count, it's recommended to visit the dealer for inspection and maintenance after 50,000 shifts. really extremely detailed app. I mean, it goes into a lot of stuff that I don't even know what it all means. You can change the tone, auto power off after how long, imperial metric system, the tone for the keypad. Very cool app. It's one of the better apps I've seen with a bike. Now, right here, it'll give you moving time, average speed, calories burned, distance you've gone. I mean, really gets into everything. Miles per hour, how many minutes you've been riding. Put it in dark mode. Pretty cool app. So I just want to show you that real quick. So let's get on with it. All right, guys. I don't know if you can see the screen real good. It's really bright out here today. But we're going to start off right now in that auto mode. So we're going to hold that plus down. And that A shows up right there. So right now the bike is in automatic transmission mode. So it'll do the shifting for us. I mean, the power is decent. It's not what I would call an extremely powerful bike, but it's real subtle. I mean, it's not meant to be a rocket ship. That's not the market this bike is trying to reach, obviously. So now we're in auto mode. It's keeping resistance on the pedals very, very, very well. There, it just shifted on its own, shifted again. That's actually pretty darn neat, I'm not gonna lie. It just keeps the right amount of resistance to keep, it just shifted again. Well, that's a first for me. I've never ridden a bike like that before. There, it just sensed that we needed more power. It honestly keeps just about the same amount of resistance on the pedals to maintain a good speed. It beeps when it does its auto shift. Going downhill a little bit, so it should shift again. Yep, there it goes. That's pretty neat. There it shifted again. It's maintaining a good 15-mile-an-hour speed. Now, what's honestly pretty awesome about that is through that whole process, it kept the same amount of pressure on the pedals for the force that I was putting on it and maintained the speed. I mean, it did the shifting all by itself. That was pretty awesome. All right, so we're gonna go over the different modes, the Eco, the Turbo, and see what top speed we get this bike at. All right, so obviously we're in auto. So we'll hit our plus button right here. No, the button, I'm sorry. We'll hit our button underneath here for mode. And that is gonna change our mode. So this is Eco mode. You see the range changed to 60 miles of range now. So now we'll do, now in all these other modes is where you do the shifting yourself. Auto mode is the only mode where it'll shift for you. All right, so we'll start off all throttle in Eco mode. Let's see what we get up to here. All throttle, we're gonna top out about 19.3, 19.4 on all throttle. All right, so now we're gonna shift over to tour mode, and it is in gear 8. So we're gonna go all throttle on tour mode. I mean, it's honestly good, decent power. And now if we That's all throttle. Now we can start doing our pedal assist, and that'll help us get a little higher speed, you know. So we got it set to class 3. That was 23. So class 3 is set to 28 mile per hour limit with pedal assist. Now when we get over to turbo mode, we should be able to hit that. All right, so we'll hit that under button right there with the M, and now we're in turbo mode. As you can see, the range dropped. So here we go. We'll do all throttle turbo mode, get us up to 20, then we'll start the pedal assist. Well, we'll just do pedal assist on this one. So it picks up a lot quicker. Very subtle, but a lot quicker with pedal assist. There, you feel it kick in. There, we hit our 27. So overall, honestly, if you're staying on the pavement and you're looking for a cruiser bike, I think this is a pretty good option for you. You want a lightweight bike, something step through, easy to handle. This would probably be the bike for you. I really don't know of another bike on the market right now that kind of does what this one does in this price range for sure. So I think you're really getting a lot. Is it my style? Not my style of bike. But just because it's not my style, it doesn't mean it's not somebody else's. And, you know, also, you know, another thing I noticed with it, and I've kind of become pretty fond with, is the nimbleness of it. Having these little tires, these narrower tires, I mean, you can just zip around on it and make pretty good turns with it, pretty effortlessly. Really, truly, it has a very nice torque sensor on it. Very nice, intuitive torque sensor. All right, guys, tell me how I did now. Out of my element a little bit with a bike like this. So there you have it, the Blix Soul X. Like I said, if you're looking for a cruiser style bike, you're not getting off the road, you're staying on the pavement, you want to commute in town, whatever. Honestly, if that was all we were doing, this would be my bike of choice. It is super comfortable. Actually, a little surprising for a bike with no suspension. Very comfortable, easy step through frame, very lightweight, really nicely built. Go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. Maybe a discount code if they provide it. I'm not telling you to go buy it. I'm just showing you what's here and what they offer, and maybe it's a good fit for you, maybe not. So we'll see you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoyed it.